Owen, tell me something.
Truman, did you know that our teams are in good shape?
Dahm, that's true. Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah, I'm not gonna argue with that.
Sometimes you don't need to embellish.
Sure. Right, well, yeah, okay. Oh, welcome everybody back to another episode of Dahm. That's true. Of course, I'm your host of the most true C Machine Steen. As always, I'm joined by the bomb.
Kablamo.
Owen Dahm.
Sometimes you don't have to embellish, you know.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Royals
sometimes.
are looking good. Chiefs are looking good.
Yeah.
The Missouri Mavericks, I think, are still in the tournament. Couldn't tell you. We do
Pull
this
it
every
up.
week.
I'm gonna have to pull this up now.
K-State's looking good.
Your source for Missouri Mavericks news, Dom. That's true.
Jonathan India had a great play, and the first baseman messed up. Cringe.
Pascantino. Damn.
Maybe the throw was a bit behind. We'll see.
That's all right. Keep
If
going.
you meet me out in Cohog,
Also,
say
speaking of the
hi.
Mavs, did you see that the Dallas Mavericks?
Yeah, the NBA is the dumbest and worst run sports league.
Easiest rigged ever.
Like, the NBA could easily be like actually comparable to the NFL. And then like, what if we introduce gambling and randomness to the draft? That's why the Hornets stay terrible forever. It's like, oh, so you're not serious.
Yeah.
Because think about it. In the NFL, even the bad franchises are big because of the hope of new draft picks.
True.
But when you constantly fuck DC and Charlotte and Toronto and these other cities in the ass with the fucking draft, they won't ever be competitive.
Yeah, but it keeps them from tanking, or it should keep them from tanking.
The lottery is dumb. You can't convince me that the lottery is good. You have
I saw people talking about how they wanted a lottery for the NFL. That'd be electric.
No,
Imagine the Chiefs get the number 1 overall pick.
that would be so dumb.
It also can't happen. I like the NHL does it like in a good way where it's like you can only move up 10 spots. And I assume the NBA draft lottery is something similar to that.
Still dumb. Still dumb.
Well,
Tanking is a fine part of the sport. It's strategic. It's what allows quick turnarounds in the NFL.
I guess. Well, welcome everybody into Dom. That's true. Again, I'm Truman. That's Owen. The Mavs are in the Western Conference Finals. They did win. So if you want to go see the Kansas City Mavericks, sorry, not the Missouri Mavericks, the Kansas City Mavericks play in the Western Conference Finals, you have to go on Thursday or Saturday this week.
Hell yeah.
Or they'll come back on Monday, May 26th, which, Dom, that's true.
Yeah, so obviously you can't go to that one.
Can't miss that one. And then Game 7 will be Wednesday, May 28th. I'll tell you what. They make it a Game 7, we should go.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I'm going to turn on the alerts.
Might be a pretty expensive ticket, though.
I doubt it. For the Kansas City Mavs?
Dude, that stadium's getting pretty full from what I've seen of people who I know who went.
Okay. Oh, no. Is it a
Could be $50.
$50 games? Yeah, right. All right. Today we're going to talk Chiefs regrading. Wow. Good.
Wow. Push the button.
Really been doing this for how long have we been doing this for?
AM2 also was 2.
Yeah. We've been doing this for a while,
sports.
Truman.
It's called baseball in particular.
After you sent me the full clip,
I know you said it made it like
it
better.
made it,
I was like, no, I don't think it did make it.
I think
better.
it made it make a tiny bit more sense because I think from what I'm trying to glean from the nonsense that he was saying was that he was trying to say that's what happens in sports, but he's fucking a billion and senile, and so he
Hold
just
on.
kept rambling.
Not to get too distracted, we're getting off page, but I have to play the full clip.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just play the full audio clip for you guys. This was when the Dodgers visited the White House. I just sent it to Owen.
He just keeps waffling.
Yes, he panics. Like, he doesn't read. I know he can read, probably, but, like, he just, like, starts improvising. He can't help himself from improvising. Here you go.
The year the Dodgers faced down adversity, you entered the playoffs battered and bruised, but not broken. When you ran out the healthy arms, you ran out of really healthy. They had great arms.
See right
but they
there.
ran out.
That's where he starts
It's called
guessing.
sports. It's called baseball in particular, and pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular. But the starting rotation year the Dodgers faced down
I'll
adversity.
get back on script. He's reading a script and he fucking gets up. Well,
Go called sports, Truman.
It's called, in particular, baseball in particular, and really pitching in particular. So that's what, if you guys ever need the clip from where we got.
It's called sports. It's called baseball in particular, and pitchers, I guess you could say, in really particular.
In really particular is
Of
hilarious. It's, again, no matter how you feel about him, he's unfortunately hilarious. Regardless, you can't say he's not hilarious. So, okay. Before
on
we get
track.
too deep, we're regrading the Chiefs drafts from the last, I believe, 5 years. We're going to go from 2020, which is the draft right after they won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And we're going to grade 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. And then we're going to go through 2025 and think who we might be a bust or not a bust. Sounds good?
Yeah, nice and cool. Oh my lord, I just had a flashback.
YouTube, before we get too deep, if you're watching here on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Just caught that ball on the third base side.
I'm gonna block this screen.
It triggered
I'm gonna
me.
block the screen so you don't watch it.
It triggered me, man. I just thought of freaking Pablo Sandoval catching that ball from Salvador Perez.
And just for saying that, you've lost privileges. It's no longer on the screen. So
It's
that's right. I've taken
terrible
away from you.
flashback.
Uh,
Scary, scary memory.
If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure to like, comment. If you're listening, if you're an audio
An
viewer
audio viewer and
on
a video
Spotify,
listener.
make sure that you're liking, commenting, subscribing. If you're a visual listener on YouTube, make sure that you're liking, commenting, subscribing over there. Comment.
Which draft do you think was the best from Kansas City?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Oh, by the way, did I give you the top 5 today?
No.
So we're gonna do the regrade the drafts. Then we're gonna talk about the Royals for about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Top 5 herbs.
Herbs.
Yep.
Okay.
Good one for you. Tina came up with that one. I liked it. I was like, yeah. Listen, it's what, season 5. I'm sorry. We've got to grade some herbs. Top 5 herbs. Boom. Can't say we're not original. I would hazard a guess that we've never rated our top 5 herbs on this
I
show.
am going to agree with you that we've never rated our top 5 herbs.
That's right. That's right.
If you see
That's that Dahm that's true promise, baby. Okay, so I think we'd all think. Oh, Patreon.com/HomeDisaster. Shout out Joe, Aaron, Skylar, Dylan, Ozzy, Joe. I don't know if I said Joe. Mailbox Kansas City now open in the Iron District. I think that's all 6.
Yes.
And probably somebody twice, because I feel like I've got a rhythm to it. So if I'm ever off the rhythm, then it's then I probably said somebody twice. All right, let's get into it. Owen, Chiefs 2020 draft class just won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
COVID had started by this time. I was going to say had not started. No, it had started by this time.
Yeah.
April 2020, fresh COVID. It was supposed to be in Vegas at the Bellagio, and they were going to bring out the draft picks on boats, and then that got nixed, and we got fucking Roger Goodell in his basement. Chiefs 2020 draft class, round 1, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, LSU, running back. Round 2, Willie Gay Jr., linebacker from Mississippi State. Round 3, Lucas Niang, offensive tackle, TCU. Round 4, L'Jarius Sneed, defensive back, Louisiana Tech. Round 5, Mike Dana, defensive end from Michigan. Oh, I didn't know he's a Michigan man.
Yeah.
And round 7, Bo Peep Keys, cornerback from Tulane.
Yep. This is a solid C. No, B+. Because you've got Clyde, who was on the team and started his first year, but was really a backup the rest.
Kind of got a second contract.
Then you had Willie
You got to prove it your second contract.
Then you had Willie Gay, who was a starter his entire time here.
Mm-hmm.
Or slight rotational piece, depending on package, but whatever, starter.
Sure.
Lucas Niang, who would have been a starter but got hurt, sucks for him.
I think he opted out and then got hurt. And then
He opted out of COVID year, and then he got hurt. And it's like, oh, okay, well, you're screwed.
He just never really put it together.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Then you had L'Jarius Sneed, bona fide stud.
Yeah.
Mike Dana.
All-pro,
Then you had
traded for a 3rd round pick, so that means we traded for a 3rd round pick whenever the team who traded for him knew they were gonna have to pay him. That's how you knew that's how you got it.
Yeah.
You fucking nailed that.
Then Mike Dana, solid rotational player / starter, and then Bo Peep Keys, who's 7th round pick, didn't really pan out. Nothing.
Sure.
So you've got 1, 2, 3 bona fide starters, and two back and a backup. So yeah, B plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say B plus as well. Just especially, I would have maybe
Or
given
just
this
a B. Or just a B. Yeah. B.
I would have maybe given this a B or a B minus, but L'Jarius Sneed was an All Pro. I'll give it a B plus because he found an All Pro in round 4.
And you get B minus actually because you get minus points for getting Clyde and he was bad.
Yeah, but yeah.
He did do well for us in 2021 though. So.
Well, and you just wonder how much of that was, the mental stuff going on.
Maybe.
At this point, now you start to wonder about that, But coulda, shoulda, woulda. Yeah, I think a B plus for me. You're giving it a B minus.
Mm-hmm.
B, or you're giving it a straight B. You're thinking B.
I'm thinking B.
Oh, and by the way, whenever we were just about to start recording, Owen was too busy quoting lines from the B movie.
Patrick Warburton lines.
Yes, Patrick Warburton lines from the B movie.
Made by man.
Yeah, and as I immediately clicked record, I was like, all right, here we go. Let's click record. I went to go record, and Owen immediately shouted a B movie line into the microphone and just ruined it. So I wanted.
Yeah, so
to know.
B movie, B grade for the draft class.
Thinking B, fucking.
I was thinking B.
Triggered me
Thinking B.
after what
Thinking
happened
B.
at the beginning of the show. Chiefs 2021 draft class. I don't know why there's a tab right before Creed Humphrey, but so no first round pick this year.
Nope.
There's 2 second round picks. Nick Bolton, linebacker from Mizzou. Don't know if you've heard of him before. Round 2, the second round 2 pick, Creed Humphrey, center from Oklahoma. OU. Don't know if you've heard of him. Round 4, Joshua Kando, defensive end. He went to Florida State. Round 5 was Noah Gray, tight end from Duke. Whoever that was. Round 5, Cornell Powell, wide receiver, Clemson. Round 6, Trey Smith, offensive line, Tennessee.
Yeah, this is just an A. Like an A minus, I'd give it. Because Nick Bolton hit, Creed Humphrey hit, Joshua Kando missed, Noah Gray, 5th round tight end hit.
Second contract, in a 3-year second contract.
Yeah, so,
Not the tight end of the future, but for a round 5 tight end to sign a second contract. We're going to see a round 4 tight end that hasn't done shit for this team later on. I don't want that to come off like I'm hating too much,
right.
but,
Round 5, Cornell Powell on the team. He's
been on the practice squad
right,
all the years.
But not horrible.
He's lumped in there with Justin Ross. Maybe this is the year for Cornell Powell. I'm starting to think.
But listen, it's close enough. He's played reps, I think.
I'll tell you what. Thank God the Chiefs drafted a wide receiver in the 5th round so we can do this with a different guy instead of Cornell Powell or Justin Ross.
Right.
Well, what about when Jalen Royals puts it together?
Maybe. Then round 6, Trey Smith, beast. So you've got three starters still on the team, all got second contracts. Then you've got Noah Gray, a backup, who is basically the heir apparent. He's a starter adjacent because you're behind Travis Kelce. So, the Chiefs basically, have 10 – well, they basically have 9 spots for the offense because Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes are nailed down. So
I'm trying to decide how much of a boost I want to give this. I mean, so there's only 6 picks, right, in this whole draft.
Yeah.
Not even a 3rd-round pick. And then you've got –
But you have 4 hits.
Yeah.
And 6 picks.
6 picks, 4 hits.
Didn't
have a 1st-round pick or a 3rd-round pick. You had 2 top 100 picks.
This is just like an A+, in my opinion.
And you pretty much slam dunked the 2 top 100 picks, by the way.
You did.
Nick Bolton, obviously just got paid top 5 linebacker money in the
right. You might
Humphrey reset the center market.
See, you don't think he's probably worth top 5 money, but he's like a top 10. You would say he's a top 10 linebacker.
I would say he's a top 10, linebacker. And if you're a top 10 linebacker, whenever it's your turn to get paid, you get paid in the top 5. That's the rules.
Somebody will pay.
If you're an average linebacker, you get top 10 money. That's the rules. That's just that's how these contracts work. Because when number 7 gets paid, he's going to get paid the number 3 amount of money. And it's like, okay, well, that's fine.
Yeah, Joshua Kando's a miss. Never really did anything. Didn't play out. I don't think he's on the team anymore.
No, and even if he is,
Cornell Powell is just a practice squad depth guy. I think he's played a couple reps, but only at special teams.
I mean, it's a name that so I would give that every year you still think about Cornell Powell. Somebody will say the name Cornell Powell on Twitter in the offseason. It's kind of like Coco. Like, you don't truly die until anybody stops saying your name. Yeah. And so every time that we say Cornell Powell, this
draft is like better. One of the main reasons why the back-to-back was possible.
Yes. Yeah. Context, yeah, 2021. So context, Chiefs just came off getting fucking throttled in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
We knew that we need to redo the offensive line. So Creed Humphrey coming in. Trey Smith. Trey Smith should have, by the way, been a first round pick.
But he had some heart scare, right?
Yeah, he had weird health things that the Chiefs checked out, and that's, becoming a theme. Josh Simmons, one of those guys. Tyreek Hill, drafted in the 3rd or 4th round. Obviously, character concerns there.
Yep.
So a couple things.
That guy can't keep himself out of trouble, though.
Who?
Because of the Chiefs stuff ended up being fake. Or ended up being somewhat embellished allegations or
Yeah, the college stuff. Again, one of those where whenever other Chief stuff came out.
I mean the one with his girlfriend, Crystal Espinal, that stuff.
Right, and that was the girl that he beat up. That was technically
the KC Star stuff, yeah.
But that was who he beat up in college too.
I don't think so.
I think that. Yeah, I thought that was the same thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Kinda, yeah. It was a weird, and that was another thing where
that whole relationship's weird.
When all that came up, he also was like, I got bad advice from my lawyer, who was my public defender, who just said I should just take the plea deal and just admit that I did, and just.
Well, whatever.
So,
all that aside,
again,
he keeps getting himself into trouble in Miami, dude.
I'm not sure he gets in trouble. He just has a lot of kids.
Well, we got arrested,
when?
twice. Remember, he was late to a game in Miami.
Yeah, that was a traffic stop. Listen, I'm not gonna. I don't want to comment on anything about traffic stops in America, but
yeah, I guess, but I don't know. He can't keep himself out of the news.
Yeah, but
all that being said, 2021 draft class A.
Honestly, a great. Yeah, I would give this. I'm gonna give this a bump. I'm gonna give this just a solid A, not even an A minus.
Yeah,
just because you did find Creed Humphrey was, I believe, an All-Pro.
Yeah, star. Yeah.
And Trey Smith could have been an All-Pro. He's a star. Nick Bolton,
very good.
The captain of the defense, and then Noah Gray. They are apparent, right?
Yeah.
He's the second tight end in a 2 tight ends set, and also we as Chiefs fans have too high of a bar to set for tight ends of what we think a first string tight end should be.
Yeah.
We forget that everybody else's tight ends do what Noah Gray does. So.
Right.
So yeah, I'm giving this an A, just a straight A, for the lack of the first round pick, lack of a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, absolutely.
And only 6 picks to hit on 4 of them. Yeah, absolutely. Huge class.
Holy shit.
So the Chiefs 2022 draft class. Speaking of good grades, so round 1, pick 21, Trent McDuffie, cornerback, Washington. Obviously, the Chiefs traded ahead of Buffalo to get him.
Yep.
Also, sorry, I keep doing this where I start it and then I want to reframe it. So, Chiefs 2022 draft class. Chiefs had just lost to the Bengals in the AFC Championship game where they had fucking collapsed.
And these are also, a lot of these picks are from the Tyreek Hill trade, right?
Yes. Yeah, the extra first-round pick, and I think the extra second-round pick are from the Travis Kelce pick. Yeah, there's 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a third-round pick, a fourth-round pick, a fifth-round pick, no 6th round, but 3 7ths. So,
yep.
Yeah. That being said, coming off of the Bengals loss in the Super Bowl, in the AFC Championship game, round 1, pick 21, Trent McDuffie, cornerback, Washington.
Stud.
Round 1, pick 30, George Karlaftis, edge, Purdue.
Starter.
Round 2, pick 54, Sky Moore, wide receiver, Western Michigan. Super Bowl touchdown scorer, by the way. Round 2, pick 62, Brian Cook.
I believe twice over.
Brian Cook, safety from Cincinnati. Round 3, pick 103, Leo Chenal, linebacker, Wisconsin. Round 4, pick 135, Joshua Williams, cornerback, Fayetteville State.
Shout out Fayetteville.
Round 5, pick 145, Darian Kennard, offensive line, Kentucky. Round 7, pick 243, Jalen Watson, cornerback, Washington State. Round 7, pick 251, Isaiah Pacheco, running back, Rutgers.
Yep.
Round 7, pick 259, Najee Johnson, DB, Marshall.
Yeah, so this is just a great, once again, draft class. It's so funny because I think when we were doing the podcast, Truman, one of the things we were talking about was that because the 2020 draft was not that great, that Brett Veach had to nail 2021.
Yeah.
And then he did.
Yeah, he
to,
did
like, to keep his job because we were like, dude, he might be ready to walk out of here.
Yeah, and he did nail 2021, and then he nailed 2022, right?
Yeah, right back to back.
So,
yeah, Trent McDuffie, all pro. Like,
right.
In my opinion, top 5 corner in the league. There's a lot of really good corners, maybe not top 5.
At
maybe,
least one time all pro, maybe 2-time all pro?
Right.
I can't remember.
So, but either way, a true one for a corner. Then George Karlaftis, solid player. Then Sky Moore, horrible player, worst pick of his maybe worst pick of Brett Veach's career.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
A second rounder that flopped worse than that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
I wonder how we're gonna look at Kingsley Suamatia. Depends how his switch to guard goes. You know what? Okay, Sky Moore is probably the worst pick by Brett Veach. I will give you that.
Then Brian Cook, starter. Then Leo Chenal, dog. Then Joshua Williams, rotational guy, still on the team.
Was a starter at one point, yeah.
Probably on his way out after this year, but we'll see.
Yeah.
He's in a contract year. He's in a prove it year for him.
Yeah.
Darian Kennard, super mega trumper, never saw the field.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember about Darian Kennard. Is Darian Kennard like in his pre-draft interviews or like right after
He
he got
wore
drafted?
some like inflammatory stuff.
He was wearing it was a Trader Joe's sweatshirt, but it was
Traitor.
Trader Joe's, and it had the White House on it.
Yeah,
and I was just like, what's happening?
I don't know why he was going political. That was interesting.
Yeah,
Then,
he was also like SEC lineman of the year.
Yeah.
like but he was undersized. Like he played offensive
Right.
tackle. He was undersized. They're like, you're gonna have to play guard, and also we didn't really need a guard. We barely need a tackle. He's also a round 5 guy. It's like you might as well take the flyer on the
Right.
SEC offensive lineman of the year. But yeah, the only thing I remember for him is
Yeah,
being
never
a
really. I don't think he ever played in any games.
big Trumpy though.
Then
I doubt he ever played snaps.
I don't think
I'll
he ever
look it
saw
up,
any
but I don't
snaps.
know if he ever played.
Then
real
Jalen
snaps.
Watson, solid rotational guy. So at some point, starter, kind of had an injury history. Isaiah Pacheco, dog up until his injury, of course, last year, which really sucked.
Yeah.
But Isaiah Pacheco, as good as you can get, pick 251, and then 8 picks later, get Najee Johnson, who another rotational guy, like still seeing snaps.
Yeah, it's funny. So, we just talked about how Brett Veach went fucking crazy because Darian Kennard got a Super Bowl ring last year. He's on the Eagles right now. It's kind of funny. Like
So
when
wait,
his picture came up.
Also,
he's
Darian
on the-
Kennard has a 3-peat.
Yes. Yeah, he did get the 3.
Future trivia answer, Darian Kennard, 3-peat. Up there with, what's his face, the running back? Oh, LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah. Darian Kennard played 1 game for the Chiefs. He played in 1 game. He started a game at guard for the Eagles this year. Oh, probably the last game of the year.
Oh, probably.
But, but just very. Hold on, let me see how many snaps he played for the Chiefs. Oh, he played 6 special team snaps. Me and Darian
So he blocked
Kennard
first-
played the same number of offensive snaps for the Chiefs.
Dude, me too.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, so.
And then he got 6 special team snaps.
But yeah,
Good for him.
so Trent McDuffie, slam dunk. George Karlaftis, dunk. Sky Moore, total whiff. Brian Cook, dunk. Leo Chenal, dunk. Joshua Williams, fine. Darian Kennard, miss. Jalen Watson, hit. Isaiah Pacheco, hit. Najee Johnson, hit.
Yeah.
Would you say this draft class is better than 2021 based off the number of starting snaps?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. So, we were like, man, he had 6 picks and he only whiffed on 2 of them, and they weren't even, Joshua Kando, Cornell Powell. You're like, those are his misses.
right.
This one he has not 10 picks in this draft, and he missed on 2 of them.
Yeah,
Which
so
is-
hit, miss, hit, miss, hit. Holy shit, that's an A+.
And Sky Moore did. Listen, he contributed.
Yeah, caught a touchdown in the Super
Caught
Bowl.
a touchdown in the Super Bowl. Had a good punt return, I think, at one point.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever be able to take. Really. Teeth Boy had that one.
Yeah, Kadarius Toney had the one in the Super Bowl, but I thought he had the one in like the AFC Championship game.
Maybe.
I think he had the one right before Pat's run. I think he got us to like the 50-yard line.
Maybe. I don't know.
So,
But yeah, Trent. Super Bowl contributor caught a touchdown.
listen, yeah, I mean, things just didn't work out. I don't think we also probably asked for a little too much of Sky Moore, but also Sky Moore just was not great.
When George Pickens was the 3rd round after Sky Moore, right? Or was he the pick before? Do I keep messing that up?
I think we traded back, and Sky Moore went like.
Look up 2022
yeah,
draft and then order. Like, is there any significant wide receiver? Oh, this wasn't the DK Metcalf draft, was it?
No, that's McCole Hardman.
Oh, that's right.
Hold on, let me see. I've got it up on my screen over here. Christian Watson went in the second round. Man, I wanted Christian Watson bad. We never got
Yes, you did.
Let's see.
Fine, Sky Moore.
George Pickens did go 2 picks before.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs, I believe, traded. Yes. So we had pick 18 in the second round. We traded back. And by the way, we traded back, and the New England Patriots took Tyquan Thornton.
Yeah, not very good.
Famous hit. And then the 2 picks before us were George Pickens, Alec Pierce, and then Sky Moore.
Alec Pierce would have been better than Sky Moore.
Want to hear another heartbreaking one?
What?
Right after him, Trey McBride. I know you weren't looking for tight end in this draft, but man.
He's
you end up
good.
with Trey McBride would have been fun.
I mean, he would have been the same as Snow Gray.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's better. He's bigger.
He's
bigger
probably
and he's just as fast.
He's probably a little bit better than Gray, but
Yeah, he's better than Noah Gray.
I think the Chiefs chose
He's
Noah
the
Gray because he
top
like
paid tight end in the league right now.
really.
Trey McBride, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's a miss.
So yeah, the Sky Moore pick sucks. Obviously, that one looms over us. I mean, but also us Chiefs fans, for some reason, believe that Sky Moore was somehow going to be wide receiver 1, like 2 years ago. You remember that when they were like, they'll be fine. They have Sky Moore and Kadarius Toney going in this year. They'll be fine.
Still won the Super Bowl that year, but wow.
I can't.
How did the NFL let that happen? How did
yeah.
we win the Super Bowl with that?
Yo, what a terrible year that was.
Is he still on the team?
Kadarius Toney?
No, Sky Moore.
Yeah, I think technically. He'll be on the team until training camp.
He better be cut, man.
We'll see. Maybe he's better.
Oh yeah,
than...
this draft class is just an A triple plus. Like, this is just about as good as it gets.
Yeah, you find an all-pro, you find a starter, you find another starter, you find somebody who we developed. I think we developed Leo Chenal. Leo Chenal was raw.
Right.
He had an incredible athletic score. We did talk about that.
Really just recently started coming on.
Yeah, and he picked up in the last, 2 years ago, he was showing flashes. You're like, wait a minute. And then last year, solid starter all year.
What was that one linebacker that we had from Clemson?
Dorian O'Daniel.
Yes, that's
Man,
exactly.
I thought he was going to be
Who
good.
we thought we saw a flash, we're like, he's good. He's better than Ben Neiman. Why is Ben Neiman out there?
Yeah. But
he just didn't put it together.
we thought he was going to be who Willie Gay ended up being.
Yes.
We thought that's who Dorian O'Daniel was going to be. Joshua Williams, a weird thing where not great, was pretty good, and then just fell off a
dipping
cliff.
recently.
Yeah, just the weirdest thing in the world.
But obviously, if you've ever seen
work ethic,
if you've ever seen
is hilarious. Is that what you're?
if you've ever seen anything of the Chiefs social media, I think he might be a glue guy for the locker room. I think he might just be a fun guy to be around.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think we'll give him another contract, but I think we've seen it where he can be a rotational guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he'll ever be like a bona fide starter.
Mm-hmm.
But if he has a good year this year, he could be a journeyman in the league.
Yeah, true. I think he'll stick. Darian Kennard fucking started a game for somebody last year.
Yeah.
So Joshua Williams could certainly stick on and be a second or third. He could be what he was last year for a team next year, probably.
Yeah.
He will probably no longer be that. The fact that we brought in Christian Fulton, we drafted Noah
probably not.
Williams. We've made moves. Jalen Watson will be healthy. I think the writing on the wall is for Joshua Williams.
Right. And then Najee Johnson, was a starter, got hurt, which is just crazy.
Yeah, Najee Johnson. Yeah, you thought he really was looking good, and then he got banged
because
up.
he had been at the bottom of the depth chart, wasn't getting much look. Then some injuries happened, and we were like, oh,
Yeah.
Najee Johnson is like good.
Yeah, it came out of camp. Well, no, it was like coming out of camp that Najee Johnson was gonna start, and then he got then he got
2 years
hurt.
ago because not his first year, but his second
the
year.
rookie year. No, the rookie
his
year
rookie
was
year?
the year that he got hurt, where it was coming out like, hey, you know what? I know we drafted Joshua Williams in the 4th round, but they're like, he's kind of a developmental guy. They're like, this Najee Johnson might come out and be the guy, and it was like, oh shit, really? He's gonna be? And then he got like banged up, like hurt in the 3rd preseason game or 4th preseason game, so it just sucked. And then just never was able to skip over because Joshua Williams got real reps, Jalen Watson got real reps, and then Najee
Pick 6
Johnson
Jalen Watson. By the way.
pick 6 in his rookie season, 3rd game. You all remember that? He was on the goal line. He had 100-yard pick 6. That was crazy.
Yeah,
and then it just felt like Najee Johnson never got to move past them. He's still on this team. He still could. I think he has a better chance to stick than Joshua Williams does.
Oh,
now
I think
after all
so.
this.
I think so as well.
The Chiefs cornerback room is so incredibly deep
It's strangely deep
that
too.
it blows my mind. But
Yeah, because some of these guys could definitely be converted to safety if they needed to.
But yeah,
But-
three seventh-round picks, though. Jalen Watson started, pick 6, was the starter last year until he got hurt. Isaiah Pacheco, starter for 2 or 3 years.
Stud.
Sadly, is probably coming to an end here
Yeah,
soon. And then Najee Johnson, who was going to start, has been a solid rotational guy. That's as good as you can hope to do in the 7th round. He's almost. I would say Brett Veach almost has a better seventh round hit rate than he has like a 5th round hit rate. His 5th rounders never work out. I feel like, what do we got? Darian Kennard here. I guess he had Noah Gray the year before this. You know what? Okay, never mind about the round 5 curse.
He just kind of cooks. Always.
BJ Thompson, not that good. Hunter Norzad, haven't even seen him play. So hold on. I'm cooking a bit.
But yeah, 22 draft class, just an A+. Just even with this guy more miss, I still think it's an A+.
Yeah, I think it's an A+ because you drafted 10 guys, and
But also
8 of them, really 9 of them, contributed in some way to the Super Bowls in 2022 and 2023.
Yeah.
Or I guess 2023 and 2024, and only 2 of them where you're like, I fucking hated these picks.
Well, and then looking back on it though, I think I was hearing about this on 610 with George Pickens going to the Cowboys this offseason. It's like I think that's the reason that they traded back. Is they're like George Pickens is like a camp cancer.
He was like certified crazy. Like, have you ever seen the picture of when he was drafted?
No.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
Is it like
It's him staring at the TV. You never seen the George
No.
Pickens? Oh my god.
he's like a camp cancer too? No one wants to play with him.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, this is what he looked like when he got drafted.
That's actually him.
Yeah. That was him getting drafted. It was like, what's happening, dude?
What the hell?
Or I guess that's him. I think they green screened the George Pickens. Or maybe that's him watching tape. I can't remember what it was, but
That is strange.
yeah. I guess no, he's watching a highlight of himself catching a ball in the corner of the end zone. There you go.
What a weirdo.
Yeah. But
yeah, that's probably why the Chiefs didn't end up drafting him.
yeah. But yeah, I mean character concerns. So
Yeah.
and listen, it worked out.
2022 draft class A+. Can you call it an A+ with Sky Moore though? But he did contribute in the Super Bowl.
I'll call it an A+. You have Trent McDuffie and George.
You have three
Karlaftis.
hits in the 7th round. You have to give it an A+.
Yeah. 2023 draft class. Now this one, maybe. I'll say this: maybe Brett Veach's worst draft class.
I think so. Well,
obviously, we don't know what this year's draft class.
I
But
don't know.
We're grading.
What was that?
We're gonna end up grading.
Who
what?
was the defensive end waving at the camera that played for the Chiefs that never
that
got?
wasn't his.
Yes, it was. He was at
wasn't.
Mississippi State.
I know who you're talking about.
He played for the
My
Chiefs.
fucking god, Breland Speaks.
Yes.
That wasn't a George. That wasn't a Brett Veach pick.
Oh, wasn't?
No, that was.
That was the final.
That was Dorsey.
Yeah.
I think he might have been even been the same class as Patrick Mahomes, or maybe even the class before that. I think he was the class before that.
Okay.
So no.
That's good. But yeah, this is. I think you're right. This is probably his worst draft class. Unfortunately, our guy FAU hasn't really panned out. This is like the prove it year.
So again, let's frame the draft. Coming out of 2022, or coming out of 2023, just won the Super Bowl. Just beat the Eagles.
Yep.
Pretty great Super Bowl. Defense had not been as great, but was pretty good.
Yep. I think the main thing was that
Draft is in Kansas City.
draft is in Kansas City.
We were there.
We were there.
And so round 1, pick 31. Felix Anudike Uzama. Edge, Kansas State from Lee Summit, Missouri. I get it. And maybe they were aura farming,
Maybe.
but it's fine. Round 2, pick 55, Rashee Rice, wide receiver
Dog.
SMU. Yep, dog. Character concerns.
Yeah, I guess, huh?
Round 3, pick 92, Wanye Morris.
Dog shit.
Offensive tackle, Oklahoma. Round 4, pick 119, Shamari Connor, DB, Virginia Tech.
Fine.
Sure. No. Round 5, pick 166, BJ Thompson.
Haven't really seen anything of him.
Edge, yeah. Stephen F. Austin, not sure anything really came out of him.
I don't think so.
Round 6, pick 194, Keandre Coburn,
Haven't seen him at all.
defensive tackle from Texas. Yeah, no.
Guy who talked shit on FAU in college, by the way.
That's right. Round 7, pick 250, Nick Jones, cornerback, Ball State. Nick Jones might be the guy that I'm confusing with Najee Johnson, where we thought Nick Jones might have a job coming out of camp.
Nick Jones.
And then he got hurt.
Nick Jones.
Nick Jones, yeah.
Mike Jones.
But I think we've seen him. I think he's still stuck. Like, again, this is a pretty deep cornerback room, and you just keep seeing these guys. Where you're like, oh, yeah, that guy. Oh, yeah, that guy. Oh, yeah, that guy.
I mean, that last year we were so injured in the DB room, we played Chris Roland Wallace for significant snaps. And I believe he got a pick because it was the growing list of DBs for the Chiefs who've had a pick that aren't named Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah. So
did you see somebody? It was elite. I might have sent it to you. It was just elite engagement bait, and it might have been sent. I don't know if Logan sent it to me or if I naturally found this, but it was like, look, simply the stats don't lie. It was comparing Cam Taylor-Britt versus Trent McDuffie, and it was bait by a Bengals fan. It was elite bait, but because it's like he has like 3 interceptions, Trent McDuffie only has 2.
Right.
He started more games, or or whatever. He's defended more passes, or
where everyone just eating him up in the comments.
and everybody's like people were like, some were commenting, getting mad, and some were like, W rage bait. This is incredible, and he's like, thank you, I know. He's like, yeah, I don't believe. He's like, I'm starting a new meme format of just comparing, like, just players versus players.
Yeah, nitpicking stats to make good players.
Right. Somebody in the comments posted Drake May's rookie year versus Tom Brady's rookie year. Tom Brady only played 1 game.
Yeah, right. Because he was behind Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So actual grading the picks. Felix NUDK Uzama so far D or F. Like he hasn't really played.
Yeah, he's gonna be at least a D.
Because he got a sack
He's
in the playoffs.
looking better,
but he's gotta.
but he's not there.
He's
yet.
gotta be good this year.
He was young.
Yeah, very young.
Yeah, and so this is his 3rd year, and he's still like 23. So it's like, okay,
And he's still got.
we probably drafted.
He's got another year
23-year-olds
after this, doesn't he?
Draft. Yeah, we still got. Yeah, but we will have to decide on his option at the end of this year.
Right.
So that's why you got to make a move.
Yeah.
Round 2, pick 55, Rashee Rice.
Dog. Number 1 wide receiver. Great pick.
Well, if you wouldn't have been street racing,
Who cares? Don't care.
and if you wouldn't have got in the way of Mahomes trying to get back that fumble or get back that interception,
No,
that's all Rashee Rice's fault.
yeah. I do not care about that. Doesn't matter. He's number 1 wide receiver on the team. He's great.
Yeah, hopefully he'll return and be as good as he was. But yeah, I would definitely give Rashee Rice. It's not like I'm not calling him a bust. That's great.
No,
It was a great pick, especially for round 2. But there were character concerns. That was true. That is true. And
The
he went
Chiefs
back
like
to
to
Dallas
take
and
guys-
he fucking caused problems. Where
The
he went
Chiefs like to
college.
take guys with character concerns.
Yes. Round 3, pick 92, Wanya Morris.
Hasn't really played his position. Supposed to be a guard.
Yeah, he was I remember even when we drafted him, they're like, he's an undersized tackle. Like, he's fine.
He hasn't been good.
No.
I've been good. I'll give him a D. Jamari Connor. I'll give him a B.
Yeah.
Played snaps, got some interceptions.
Rotational, not really a starter.
Yeah.
Like a safety, I think, right?
Yeah, he's been like.
I think I
More
always get
safety than
confused
corner.
about what Shamari Connor is.
I think he was one of those guys that played both in college. So I think he's played both for the Chiefs. I think he's a slot corner / safety.
Yeah, it just says his position is literally just DB.
Yeah, so he plays both.
It doesn't even say, like, because I think if you put in Trent McDuffie, I think it would say CB, right?
Right.
Trent McDuffie. No, it also says DB for him. Oh, no. His position is listed as RCB or CB or LCB on his like game log,
Yeah.
but for Shamari Connor, it's literally listed as DB for that.
Yeah, so he
He
plays
started 9 games last year.
Yeah, he's
Where
good.
did he start?
the safety position.
You got me fucked. Hold on.
Not free safety.
I'm gonna look at his game log. I think it is an important thing to have, where
Yeah, I
it's
think
just-
so. Yeah, we'll give this like an A or B.
yeah, I was gonna see if it would list what positions he was playing, but it did not.
9 games started though.
He started 2 of the playoff games this year. He started 3 playoff games, and in the season, he started 9 games this year. Hold on, let me see. One last thing. Let me see if it'll show me like the chart. Damn it. No, I want to see if it would show me like who the if it would show me like the starters at each position. But no, it just lists players. It doesn't list.
Oh well. Either way, graded an A. Round fig.
I'm weirded out by it. I'm weirded. What does he do? What position does he play?
He plays DB.
The
Truman.
numbers. What do they mean?
It says right there.
What do they mean, Mason? The numbers.
He plays DB. Obviously.
Hold on. I'm going to the NFL.
You're getting to the bottom of this.
I'm going to the depth charts. The charts will know.
New position DB. Only person listed.
I'm gonna
Shamari
fucking
Connor.
shit myself.
He's probably listed in multiple spots. He's probably listed as safety.
It's because he's the nickel back. He's the nickel corner that comes in. Yeah, because right now starter at LCB is Trent McDuffie. RCB is Christian Fulton. Free safety Brian Cook. Strong safety Jaden Hicks. Nickel back Shamari Connor, which is also where Christian Roland Wallace plays technically.
Yeah, the Chiefs like to go into those dime packages.
All right, I feel a lot better. I don't feel as crazy now.
Yeah, still an A though.
I was feeling insane there for a moment.
Somewhat starter, rotational guy. BJ Thompson, never see him. F. Keandre Coburn, never saw him.
Good time to check. Is BJ Thompson still on his team? It is looking like no.
Yeah, so F. Keandre Coburn, well.
Is DeAndre Coburn still on this
round
team?
5 gets an F because.
No.
Round 6 doesn't really get an F because it's a round 6 pick. So D.
Yeah.
Nick Jones, C. You can't grade too harshly on 7th round picks.
Yeah, I think.
But you can grade very positively on ones that do things for you. But yeah. So overall draft grade, I give a C minus, D plus actually, D plus.
BJ Thompson's on the non-football related injury reserve for the Chiefs.
Oh.
Hold on, is Keandre Coburn is on the Tennessee Titans. He's no longer a Chief.
Yeah, so give me a C minus because you hit on Rashee Rice, which is good.
You missed on your first round.
You missed about just about everybody else.
You hit on Shamari Connor.
Oh yeah, so 2 hits, maybe hit on BJ.
You didn't even get like the all right guy. Which reminds me, you know what? You know who I didn't see?
Who?
I might not have seen Nick Jones.
Nick Jones.
Nick Jones. Hold on. Nick Jones. They only have 4 cornerbacks listed, or 4 like defensive backs listed, so he could be somewhere. But I think he's off this team as well. Or he might be. You know what? He might be banged up.
Yeah, well, he's a 7th round pick. So.
Yeah, again, right. He's doing what normal 7th round picks do,
which is
not really make the team.
Yeah,
but yeah, Nick Jones is on the New York Giants. So, damn.
Yeah, so not a good draft grade. D plus. I'm locking in D plus.
I'm going C minus. I don't want to be too tough on it, but yeah, man, now I'm joining you at D plus. Yeah,
Rashee Rice, the only player worth anything.
This is the worst draft class of.
Unfortunately, our guy Felix just hasn't really panned out yet.
Yeah, if Felix goes for 10 sacks this year, we'll be eating our words.
I think Felix needs to start with 5 sacks.
If Wanye Morris starts at left guard, absolutely.
Yeah,
Rashee Rice is a 1,000-yard wide receiver. We'll be forced to regrade this to a B minus C plus, but right now it's a D plus.
Yeah, not good.
Choose 2024 draft class. Another tough class.
Xavier Worthy.
This is why I think in back-to-back classes, I think we went. I don't know, man. Like this is. But again, Chiefs coming off of a Super Bowl win, looking to reload, not really in need of anything. A wide receiver. We were in need of a wide receiver. We all agreed on that.
Yeah, that was it.
So what do? Round 1, pick 28. Xavier Worthy, wide receiver, Texas. Yeah. Future 1,000-yard receiver, probably.
Yeah, probably.
If he can stay healthy, if they, have production on
the
the other
Legion of
side.
Zoom is going to be fun.
Yes. Round 2, pick 63. Kingsley Suamatia.
Dog shit.
Yeah. Right. Man.
Hopefully, okay, listen.
Ooh, I feel a little weird right now.
Hopefully, he was playing tackle. He was a guy who played guard in college, and they moved him out to the left.
True.
He should be competing for the guard spot again.
Yes. He might be your starting left guard. He has time to redeem himself. He is probably not a starting left tackle in this league.
No, probably.
And that's fine. But what we needed was a starting left tackle, and we didn't get it. And that sucks.
Yeah.
Him or Wanye. Both disappointing.
Yeah.
But
very unfortunate.
Jared Wiley?
White guy! Yeah! Haven't fucking seen him.
I think white guy, yeah.
Yes, he's white.
He's white.
Yeah! Haven't seen him.
Yeah, no. Well, got hurt also, like broke a leg or tore an ACL or something. So
I'll fact check you on that.
he did get hurt. He did, but I can't remember what happened to him. Jaden Hicks, safety, dog. That's a dog right there.
Yeah.
Jaden Hicks, thumper. He's a thumper, is what he is, and that.
Torn ACL on November 1st, 2023.
Ooh, I feel a little weird right now. Might not see him for a bit. Might not see him until.
Well, yeah. So he was injured when we drafted him.
No.
Then wait, he injured
He
his
tore his ACL in
November 1st, 2023.
2024. That's wrong. He definitely tore it.
It says right here, 2023.
No, he definitely tore it in camp.
Dude, it says right here.
No, you're wrong.
Oh wait, is that the AI reading?
Yes.
Oh, that is AI.
AI is fucking you up.
Sorry.
AI also, whenever I put in like, hey, show me the last 5 Chiefs draft classes, it mixed for the 2024 draft class. It mixed like the 2023 draft class with this year's draft class and just like random. Like,
It's because of how fucking
free agents.
ESPN does their dating stuff.
I would say so, yeah.
Because they'll say the 2024 Super Bowl when talking about the 2023-2024 season.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the 2024 draft class, it totally fucked up, but it was fine on 2023, 2022, 2021, 2020. It was odd.
Yes.
But
yeah, anyway. Jared Wiley.
Jaden Hicks, dog.
Jaden Hicks, slam dunk.
Hunter Norzad. Haven't seen him.
Haven't seen him.
He's a rotational guy. I've heard he could factor into this guard play, maybe. Who knows? Kamal Hayden,
Haven't seen him.
quarterback Tennessee. Yeah, I think he.
I don't think he's on the team anymore.
I think he's still on the team.
I doubt it, man.
Hold on.
With all the guys from
Don't
2022,
worry,
2023.
I now definitely have the draft chart up still. Oh, goddamn, you might be right.
I don't think
He
he's on
might
the
not be on this team anymore. Man, I really thought he was still on this team. You know what? He could be banged up too. Hold on. Kamal Hayden. No, he's on the Green Bay Packers. Damn, you're right. He didn't even play. He didn't even make the team last year. He was cut before the end of
The
camp.
Chiefs had 20 billion corners.
That is true. We had a lot of corners. And then round 7, pick 248, CJ Hansen.
Didn't make the team.
Didn't make the team, you don't think?
I don't
I
think
thought he was also. Hold on. CJ Hansen. Probably not looking good. No, he's on the Chiefs. He was on the Chiefs. I don't know if he's still on the Chiefs. He played in a game.
In weeks against Denver, I'm assuming.
Probably.
Week 18.
Let me find his game log. Hold on. His career.
2024, week 18.
Yes, week 18. He played 1 special team snap and 31 offensive snaps, which is 91% of the snaps. So
He was out there.
Yeah. So okay. So he's around.
So he was getting cooked by the Denver line.
I think he played right guard, and I think Hunter Norzad. Well, Hunter Norzad played center because Kingsley played left guard. I think he did have a bad time in that right guard spot.
Yeah, he got cooked.
Because I remember people were saying that Hunter Norzad actually had Hunter Norzad and Kingsley had a pretty good showing on the left side. So something just food for thought.
It's interesting.
A little food for
Yeah,
thought.
so this is a solid C-.
What? I don't know.
2 hits and all misses other than that.
2 hits, a backup off. Listen, picks 5 through 7. 2 backup offensive linemen, which is about what you find in round 5 and 7.
Yeah, okay. I'll give
They're
it
not all Trey Smith.
Okay,
you know?
I'll give it a C+ then.
It's a little too early to grade still. Kamal Hayden obviously cut. Jaden Hicks, thumper, dog. Jared Wiley got hurt,
Kingsley probably going through a positional change.
which is fine. That's fine. Listen, if he starts all 17 games this year and looks great, and then does it again, then in 2 years from now we'll go, oh, great pick.
Well, we can
We
save
just
that.
resign him to the
We can
great
save
guard
that.
contract.
We can save that regrading for next year. Because as of right now, this guy's burnt toast.
Yeah. As of right now,
He got replaced in
Two-
2 weeks.
2 starters, a couple backup rotational,
Not
one guy that didn't
rotational,
make
backups.
the team.
Not rotational.
Yeah, just full
Backups.
backups. 2 full backups. One guy that didn't make the team.
2 starters.
One guy that got hurt. 2 starters, and maybe another starter.
Which is
Positional change. Kingsley.
sure, but as of right now, burnt toast.
Yeah. I'm willing to give this. Yeah. What'd you say?
I said a C+.
I'm just gonna give it a straight C. I don't know if it's even a
That's
plus.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So
Now this year's class.
This year's 2025 draft class.
So we're grading this purely off of total speculation.
Yes, on vibes, we're going to go bust or not a bust.
Okay.
Josh Simmons.
I don't think it's going to be a bust. I liked the pick personally.
I like the pick a lot. I think it's a hit. I think it'll be a hit. I think even next year when we regrade this draft class, it'll still be tough because he might not start all the games.
No.
And he's technically not needed. Another guy that's technically not needed. Listen, center, Creed Humphrey. Left guard, probably Kingsley Sumatia. Left guard, or left tackle,
No,
Jalen
probably
Moore.
probably the guy from San Francisco is going to be starting left guard.
No, left tackle.
That guy's time to be a tackle, but he played guard for San Francisco.
No, he played tackle for San Francisco. He was the backup left tackle, but he was behind Trent Williams.
Oh, right.
So he only got to play when Trent Williams got hurt, so that's why he wanted to leave.
Okay.
So, but he did play well whenever he didn't. So, Jalen Moore, left tackle, Kingsley Sumatia, left guard, Creed Humphrey, center, Trey Smith, right guard, the guy that everybody hates, Jawan Taylor on the right tackle. I mean, that's your Chiefs offensive line.
Jawan Taylor, everyone always complains about Jawan Taylor. His actual pass blocking has been good.
Yeah.
But he false starts too much.
Not even.
And holds too much.
A little bit, yeah. But listen, so did Donovan Smith, but nobody ever really talks about that.
Yeah, no one cares.
Because we won Super Bowls.
Right.
And it wasn't that obvious. Josh Simmons, and because we became more critical. Also, Jawan Taylor got paid $20 million a year, which sucks. Josh Simmons, we just don't need him to do anything next year, but I think he will play. And hopefully he'll.
We should want him to play, because if he's playing, that means he's earned it.
Yeah. Round 2, pick 63, Omar Norman Lott.
I'm about this one.
So, I was about this one.
But did you see a story?
I feel a little weird right now. Brett Coleman, just somebody I revere a lot when evaluating talent, an elite talent evaluator. There's a lot of people that say, well, Omar Norman Lott was a rotational guy at Tennessee. If you know anything about the Tennessee defensive line, they're all rotational players. They do it like hockey lines, where they switch it based on whatever down they're playing. They do full line switches.
I did not know that.
So it's not like he was the only rotational guy. They just, for whatever reason, only brought that guy's line on for third downs because that's what he was. But he was the most productive defensive tackle in all of FPS percentage on his rush snaps. And so, and he's good and like explosive. And so he might be great. He's not just because he was rotational in college. It's not because he was bad. It's because that's what Tennessee does. It makes it extremely hard to gauge Tennessee's defensive line.
And he filled a position of need with Derek Nottie leaving.
Yeah, right. And it's also, it's a guy that can learn a lot from Chris Jones.
Okay, so cautiously optimistic. Ashton Gelati.
But wait, are you going boom or bust?
Oh, do I have to choose boom or bust?
Yeah.
I
That's
guess
the show, buddy.
I would choose boom on this one then.
I changed your mind. Because you were going to go bust. I'll go boom as well. Ashton Gelati.
I'm boom on Ashton Gelati. I loved this pick.
Really? Interesting.
I love RAS guys, dude.
Oh, yeah, big RAS guy. Yeah, had a good raw athletic score.
Decent. Not as good as somebody else on this list, but I'm giving Ashton Gelati a boom because he's been working with George Karlaftis. And when you train with one of your teammates, I don't think that could be a bad thing.
It can't be a bad thing. Just to be interesting, I'm going to give him a bust because George Karlaftis was described as not a ton of bend, pretty high motor, but should be a first-round pick. Like everybody agreed.
Right.
They're saying the same things about Ashton Gelati, but he was like a consensus third-round pick. So that's the thing. It's whenever they're like, well, he's not super talented, and he doesn't have a lot of bend, but he's got a good motor. It's like, okay. Like I'm a little more worried about it.
Right.
And also George Karlaftis, love George Karlaftis, great player. Cleans up a lot of Chris Jones' mess. Chris Jones makes a big old mess in the center. George Karlaftis has capitalized on a lot of that mess.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, eventually Chris Jones will not be here. So you have to start to look for who else is going to make that mess. We need a mess maker. Hopefully Omar Norman Lott. But I don't know if Ashton Gelati is going to be that guy that rotates in and cleans up.
Okay, you convinced me. I'm busted now.
No, stop. I'm busting all over.
I have to bust on some of these players, Truman.
I
Clip that. That's crazy.
oh, that's crazy.
have to-
I feel a little weird right
I
now.
have to choose the
Wait.
option.
Wait, we have to clip that, and then we're gonna play it back to back with this one,
Hey, shoot that guy.
but in a different kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
That's oh my,
Whenever Owen's busting all over the players, and he says,
shoot that guy."
not all over on.
Oh, sorry, bust on the players. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, sorry, all over versus on.
I
way
have
different.
to choose the option in boom or bust of bust, at least a couple times,
Okay.
and on one of them will be Ash and Gelati.
Noel Williams,
Boom.
Boom,
I
I'm a
love
boom.
this pick.
ball skills. Good, you know, he makes me want to bust all over.
Oh god.
This is it's crazy.
Bro, come on.
Uh,
You did not need to do that. The innuendo was fine. We didn't need the direct joke. The innuendo was well enough. Everyone understood what you were saying.
no. This is good. This is a very serious show that we're doing here.
Obviously.
Noel Williams, quarterback, California. Tied for the top amount of interceptions in FBS last season. I love that long guy,
Lanky.
lanky. Yeah, not very quick, so that could be a problem. He's kind of a Joshua Williams-esque, but he comes with a little more pedigree because he has such good ball skills. So
Yeah. I'm
I'm very interested to see how it works. I'm a boom on him. Also, we don't need him to hit, and he could come in there and be that guy that just like you're like, oh, here comes the rotational guy in to give Trey McDuffie a break, and he's got an interception. Oh, awesome! So I think that's great. Jalen Royals, round 4, Utah State.
Boom.
You're a boom.
I am a boom.
Is it because his last name is Royals?
Perhaps. No, but that would be cool though.
Again, you got to put a bust on somebody. I'm going to put bust just because I think this is going to be the Chiefs. This has Chiefs fans' new obsession written all over it. I've told myself I'm not going to get super high. I'm Bart writing on the chalkboard. I am not going to get super high on a late Chiefs
But
drafted wide
Truman,
receiver.
Jackie Battle is going to be the next biggest
or
thing.
an undrafted free agent. Like there's the tight end from Clemson that I'm also trying not to get too high on right now, who looks good. I saw his highlight reel looks good. They said he made two of the three like best catches in camp over the weekend. Try not to get too high on him
An
either.
undrafted free agent.
Yep, I know. From Clemson. Oh,
Clemson players for the fucking Chiefs. Hey, to be fair,
oh, and
White guy. Yeah.
to be fair, a Clemson grad did make one of the most memorable Chiefs plays in Chiefs playoff history.
hold on,
You can do this.
silence. A real schizophrenic is talking. What?
Kind of older-ish history for us. Now, not really that old because Chiefs playoff history isn't that old.
I almost said Niles Davis, but he
Not
was
Niles,
Arkansas,
no, way
Arkansas.
later than Niles Davis. Clemson grad. Kind of a weird one. People don't remember he was Clemson.
Oh, is it like our kicker or our long
No,
snapper?
someone actually important.
It's not Darwin Thompson.
No, it's not Darwin Thompson. Made plays in the playoffs, Truman.
Made plays in the playoffs?
Starter.
Who made plays in the playoffs?
Yes. You're forgetting a specific playoff run. Not any of these.
Cornell Pell.
No, they're not on any of these slides.
No?
No.
So older.
Yes, older. Not that old though. Was on the team 6 years ago.
Deshaun Watson.
No.
Sammy Watkins.
Yes, oh
Thank
my
you,
gosh.
sorry. Yeah, I got there. Yep. I just had to start naming old Clemson players. That were good. I could not get Justin Ross out of my head. I couldn't get him out of my head. I was like,
You're like,
he hasn't done anything.
You like, did he make a catch?
Yeah. So, yeah.
A real schizophrenic was apparently talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm freaking out over another Clemson
you're going,
undrafted free agent.
You're choosing bust.
Yeah, I'm going bust on him. Just
Dude, you can't say it in a way that's not.
All right. I didn't even mean it. I didn't even mean it that time. I wasn't even trying to. But I'm picking him for bust. I think that's better. I think that's the best wording for it.
The internet has ruined it, dude. Because like in fantasy season, you say
As far as draft picks go, he is who I'm going to pick as a bust.
as a projected bust.
As a projected bust, because I just don't want to get too hyped up on a round 4 wide receiver. Listen, his tape looks good. It looks solid. It looks also like a lot of the other fucking guys who are on this team. It looks a lot like Hollywood Brown. It looks a lot like Rushy Rice.
You ever
It looks a lot
look
like
at,
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, just go to like the worst draft picks you've ever seen, like especially for like NBA, and search up like college highlights, and you're just like, oh, they're just insane.
Right. And
Like
I know that I have to understand that is who this team drafts at wide receiver. It is frustrating to me that this is all they draft is guys like Jalen Royals, guys like
guys.
We've got guys like that. Why do we not draft somebody else?
No.
Well, so that's why I'm going bust for Jalen Royals.
Okay.
Round 5, pick 156, Jeffrey Bassa.
Boom, 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 boom.
Another big Roz player.
So he'll be good in 2 years.
Yeah, a player that I think could certainly end up a lot like Dorian O'Daniel.
Dorian O'Daniel was not athletic. Okay.
Dorian O'Daniel was athletic.
Not as a Jeffrey Bassa beat out freaking Leo Chenal on the RAS.
No. This was the pit guy that beat out Leo Chenal.
I thought Jeffrey Bassa beat out Leo Chenal.
No, Jeffrey Bassa had another good score. Nobody beat out Leo Chenal, to be fair. Because we did this 2 weeks ago. Leo Chenal did have the best one. The guy from Pitt had a good one, and Jeffrey Bassa had a pretty good one as well.
Oh, okay. He had the decent one. Okay.
Yeah. He was in the green.
Never mind.
He was like an 8 or a 9, I want to say.
Bust.
Why?
Because he's not a RAS demon like I thought I was.
Yeah, let's see. His Ross chart, yeah, he's just a 7.93. Nothing too crazy.
Cringe.
Well,
He's a
what's
little
weird is
light.
They've got him as two different ones here. I'm seeing one has him at 6.67, one has him at 7.83 or 7.93.
Yeah, I'm going bust then.
Yeah, I don't believe in him that much. I also think he's just going to be a special teams coverage guy that comes in also.
That's fine. You need some
yeah,
of those
so
guys.
I would go bust just because I'm like,
Yeah.
sure, whatever. And Rashad Smith, running back SMU, round 7, pick 228.
To quote Black Ops,
Boop, 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 boop.
when you're
We're rolling
playing,
with the rollie on.
when you're playing zombies and you hit the atomic bomb. Kaboom!
Yeah.
I think he'll be good.
I like his fit into this offense. Again, welcome back, Jerick McKinnon.
Well, yeah, exactly.
And, again, we just talked about Isaiah Pacheco, a great 7th round pick. Who I wouldn't say, again, we're talking about, well, you don't normally hit on 7th round picks, all this stuff. Yeah, but Isaiah Pacheco also, didn't bloom immediately.
Brett Veach,
and also
I think,
hasn't been
here,
an
go back to
elite
this. I
talent.
think we can say that Brett Veach normally hits in the 7th round.
Yeah, so let's go all 7th round picks.
Okay, so Bo Keys is a miss.
Bo Keys played.
Not really, though. Dre
No.
Smith, okay, doesn't count. NA. 3 hits.
Jalen Watson, Isaiah Pacheco, Najee Johnson. Hit. Nick Jones, no longer on this team. CJ Hansen, no longer.
Damn,
CJ Hansen is on this team, but solidly a backup.
Well, he was behind Trey Smith and fucking Joe Tooney, to be fair.
Right. Yeah. No place for him on this team to start.
Flip a coin. If the coin is heads, it's a hit in the 7th round. Actually, he's had more hits than misses.
Listen,
in the
he's
7th round.
1 for 1 on running backs in the 7th round, most importantly.
That's very clearly indicative of every 7th round running back is going to be a starter.
I think he fits into what this team wants to do. That's what I'm
We'll
saying
see.
there.
I'm cautiously optimistic. This could actually be the real new Jackie Battle.
Yes. Yeah, a guy that.
Jackie Battle was a running back.
Yeah, for some reason he's not playing in the preseason. You're definitely be like, where is Brashad Smith? But again, another returner.
So Brashard Smith, I'm telling you now, Truman is going to have a preseason game in which he runs for 130 yards, and people are going to be like, "Give him the starting position."
I'm drafting him in my fantasy league. Yeah, so a boom for Brashard Smith for me. So Josh Simmons, boom. Omar Norman Lott, boom, boom. And we both said boom, boom for Josh Simmons. Ashton Gelati, bust for me, boom for Owen.
Yep.
Noel Williams, boom, boom. Jalen Royals, boom for Owen, bust on me. I did that one on purpose.
Oh,
That one I
okay.
did on purpose.
Okay.
Jeffrey Bossa, I think we both went
Bust.
bust. But I think because we just aren't expecting much from him. Rashard Smith, boom, boom.
Cautious boom.
Yeah, cautious boom. Listen, temper your expectations.
Perhaps a firecracker, maybe an M80.
Yes. So there you go. That's all the draft classes for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And this last draft class. Next episode, I think we won't talk about the draft, but we'll see. Listen, we're milking content. If there's something you want to hear us talk about for the Chiefs, let us know.
I
Or
sent
the
Truman a
Royals, let
TikTok
us know.
today that got me.
Yep. Owen got by thinking that we were
Simi's
signing two Chinese.
It was a Simi's nuts joke, dude. See my nuts joke. I was like, oh, this is lit. And I was like, that's Adam Teicher in the background. I was like, okay. Then I tried Googling it. I couldn't find the article. I was like, Then I went back and watched the rest of the video and ended up with a D's nuts joke. And I was like,
Good. Let's talk about the Royals for 5 seconds.
looking good. Looking
Have you seen the
good.
score?
Yeah, 7-0.
Yeah, 7-0. They are beating the shit out of a team. Out of the Astros right now.
Mid team gets
And-
put down like the dogs they are.
And Michael Wacha, 75 pitches for the 6th inning. Listen,
Great signing.
I know that you want to talk about MJ Melendez being the reason this team.
Yes, I know it's the arms. I'm
Yes.
aware.
Yes, it's the fuck. Oh, did we get a quality start from our starter? Cool, we probably won then.
Which is really nice to have again.
That is very nice. Yeah, the fact that any of these 5 guys
Yeah.
can have a fucking.
Yeah, the
There's
fact
not
that we
there's
have
not a single guy that you see coming up and you're like, oh shit.
Shout out
right,
to-
fucking Reagan's blew up. Was the guy who blew up 2 days ago and you're like, what? Why?
yeah. Well, I mean, that just happens, you know.
And
Every
Lugo
once in a while.
Lugo gave up 3 runs and you're like, okay,
Starters
still a
just-
quality start.
Starters get touched up every once in a while, you know. That just
Yeah.
happens. But we have guys like Estevez and Zerpa is getting out the jitters that he has. He's been doing better. And then you have Ursig, mainly Ursig and Estevez, who have been just fantastic.
Yeah, but quite simply, I mean, this team. Listen, we've scored 7 runs as we're filming this right now. They've scored over 5 runs during this insane stretch of what are we 15-3
15-3, yeah.
or 15-3 since MJ Melendez got sent down.
Maybe 15-4, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that since MJ Melendez got sent down. Even though we've been on that run, we've only scored over 5 runs 4 times.
Yeah, it's really like yeah.
So
I just think we've been facing phenomenal pitching. But yeah, no, our pitching's been great, which is refreshing because it looks like I don't know. I feel like the bats are warming up, but
Michael Garcia, real ball
Dog.
player,
Dog.
real ball player. Jonathan India waking up. He's waking up.
and the beast, the best player on the team, not named Bobby Witt Jr., is still playing like a monster. Freddie for me, just
Be a fucking dog,
be a fucking dog,
be a fucking
dude.
dog.
He's so good. Unironically, he'd be like just a bona fide starter.
Yeah.
But Salvador Perez exists, and that's pretty unfortunate for Freddie for me.
Well, hell, they've got another guy sometimes playing catcher too. Maybe he's just not a great catcher, but he seems to be a great defensive catcher.
I don't know. He's a dog. He threw a guy out of third.
Also, we actually have guys that we also have a manager that actually cares about keeping guys fresh that are catching.
Yeah,
so
so
that's the big difference.
We're no longer in the business of murdering Salvi. We actually want to continue seeing Salvi on the team.
Yeah. Also, Michael Wacha, 80 pitches at the end of the 6th inning, definitely coming out for the 7th for sure.
Oof.
What a
He's on a heater.
What a
Oh, my
dog.
goodness. Yeah, the Royals are actually fun to watch again.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. Got to make it out for a game. Haven't been out yet, have you?
No, I haven't. We should make it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I think we've got stuff.
My weekends keep being full though. The daunting task of being an adult and saying yes to things.
Yeah. Yeah, having friends comes at a cost. Because I have golf tournament on Friday,
Yep.
shrimp boil on Saturday.
Yep. Oh yeah, I have that shrimp boil on Saturday.
I think I've got something on Sunday.
I have that shrimp boil on Saturday.
Oh, I think I signed up for something on Sunday this week too.
I'll be at that shrimp boil though.
Yeah, you should be.
Gotta
And
tell,
then next
gotta tell my
weekend-
girlfriend about that so she doesn't murder me.
Next weekend, Tina's family's in town. You know what? Out of all things, you know what I'm doing tomorrow night?
What?
Going to see the Kansas City Monarchs play.
Actually?
Yeah, I went to. There's this trivia game that we play down at Westport Flea Market on Thursdays sometimes, and the guy who runs it is the announcer for the Monarchs.
Oh, and
like the on-field
And
announcer.
I'm assuming if you win trivia, you win tickets.
if you win trivia, you win money. If you get second or third or fourth or fifth, the tickets just get passed along of people who are free on a Tuesday or a Wednesday for the Monarchs games.
Oh, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. So we're like, yeah.
Have you ever been to a Monarchs game?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think the funny thing
I
is
miss them being the T-Bones, only because I miss saying "fun, well done."
that they did do
What a
that.
great slogan.
That was a great slogan.
Sorry.
But I think baseball is one of those sports where, unlike football or soccer, there's because baseball has so many players and like the margins are so slim. Basically, every pro league baseball game you go to, I mean, you're not going to be able to tell the difference because either they put the ball in play or they don't. Like you sitting as a fan of the game isn't going to tell when a slider was nasty.
You know what? You know what does suck? The only thing that does suck about going to a Monarchs game?
What?
No pitch clock. The games
Oh.
are still 4 hours
Yeah,
long.
the 3.5, 4 hour games.
We went to a game last year, and it was like the 7th inning. It was like the middle of July. It was like an afternoon game, and like the 7th inning, we're like, I think I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
and it had been like 3 hours, and we're like, I'm gonna leave.
The quality's still
Like
good.
tomorrow, the game starts at like 6:40, 6:45. I guarantee you, we will be leaving that park at 9:30.
It is a good park, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Free parking.
It's a good minor league park.
It's still fun, well done, even if it is the Monarchs. The Monarchs, admittedly, much cooler concept, much cooler history, much cooler team.
You kind of
name, much
it's
cooler
a nice
uniforms.
nod, and the
Yes.
uniforms are fantastic.
Yes, and fuck, they play at the Legends, and it's Legends Field, like, so it's awesome that it's all like honoring Buck O'Neil and
Right.
Satchel Paige and all those guys. So yeah,
Yeah, it's awesome.
but the Royals also pretty awesome right now, honestly.
My
You know what
kill dog.
sucks? They did all that, and then they still never gained a game back in the division. They're still 2.5 games back.
Yeah, because
But on the
Detroit's
bright
been
side,
cooking everybody.
they lost the last 2 games. They lost Saturday, Sunday to the Red Sox, and
Detroit
both
also lost.
Cleveland and Detroit both lost 2 games.
Yeah,
in
the
a row.
AL Central's looking good. So
Yeah. Also, fucking nobody's talking about it, but the Twins are on like an 8-game winning streak, and they're still 2.5 games back of us. So, you feel bad for the Royals. I also feel bad for the Twins, who can't even fucking get into third.
we're not ever actually feeling bad for the
Hey,
Twins.
listen, Shrimp Boy's birthday's on Saturday. I feel bad for I feel bad for our Twins fans.
Well, we can confirm him there in person because
But
the
also,
Twins
fuck Michael Frampton if he's listening.
the Twins served up a lot of pain for young Owen as a Royals fan.
Did they?
Yes,
We
I remember that
you have to have hope to have pain.
every single game I went to as a small child just so happened to be against the Twins, all 3 of them, and we got destroyed by the Twins in all 3 of those games.
Me personally, always kind of slightly rooting for the Twins for obvious reasons. Because I'm a twin.
Oh, I did not put those together.
No, I could tell you were. I
Okay.
could tell the wheels were turning.
Yeah, whatever. Royals are actually fun. Go watch them. Pull up your StreamEast.app.
Yep. Art streameast.sk right now. Streameast.
Remember that they have more domains than you could ever possibly imagine.
Also, just go to sportsurge.net and then click on whatever game, and then it'll
And then
tell
click
you
on the
whatever
Stream East
the
link.
comment the current Stream East one is for whatever game you want to watch. So there you go. All right, Owen, top 5 herbs.
Yeah, I got them. I don't know. Some of these are herbs, and you're gonna have to yell at me.
I'm going to be okay if you put a spice.
Okay.
Because like
But
if
I'm
you
going
put
to
chili,
try
This
to-
shirt is
Oh.
sweet, huh?
my favorite herb.
I'm going to try to be herbaceous as possible.
There you go.
And stay away from the spices.
Herbaceous omies.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess at number 5, first of all, honorable mention the chili powder. Because that's not an herb. It's just, a fruit ground up.
Sure.
But at number 5, I've got Irby Fully Loaded. Good movie from the early 2000s. Yeah. So we're going to go with Herbie Fully Loaded at number 5. Number 4, I've got garlic. Goes in everything. Not,
I need you to pick either garlic powder or garlic salt.
garlic salt then.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. No, just because garlic technically isn't really a herb, but so I'm gonna move you into at least.
Okay,
a
whatever.
spice.
How about, number 3, definitely an herb, cilantro.
Yep.
Cilantro's great. Love it in tacos. I don't have the soap gene, I don't think. It does taste a little bit like soap, but I believe
Tina
people
thinks she might be allergic to.
I believe
cilantro.
people with the
Sad.
cilantro gene like fully taste like soap. If
You think they
have,
taste like soap?
no, like
I know.
oh, you bitch. Okay, at number 2, similar taste to cilantro, but I think it's better parsley. Big parsley guy. Also, cool caterpillars don't eat cilantro in your garden, they eat parsley, and you can go get yourself a swallowtail butterfly caterpillar. They like to eat parsley.
Gotcha.
And number 1, mustard. I believe the mustard plant counts as an herb.
Yeah, but you're not eating mustard greens. You're eating mustard seed. You're eating ground up mustard seeds.
That's fine.
Okay. fair
Listen,
enough.
dude, it's herbs, man. What am I? Okay, sorry. I
Yeah.
guess chives. Chives number 1.
Chives, also not one.
Chives is an herb.
No, it's not.
What is it?
Vegetable. No, I'm rage baiting. I'm sorry. You fell for it though. I appreciate that.
Yeah, whatever. Number 5, a Herbie fully loaded. Number 4, garlic salt. Number 3, cilantro. Number 2, parsley. And number 1, mustard. I thought you'd like the Herbie fully loaded.
That was pretty funny.
I thought that was a pretty good one.
It made me want to think of a herb, but like, there's been so many like mid herbs.
I was gonna say Herb Smith didn't make it on there for me.
Yeah. Irv Smith Jr. though, good trivia answer.
Toe.
All right, honorable mention because it's not really an herb. Chili powder. It's a good spice, but not an herb. Number 5, thyme. Thyme. Just some good thyme.
It's a good time.
It's a good like Thanksgiving spice.
Yeah.
Right in there with good Thanksgiving spice, rosemary. Ooh, love some fresh rosemary, especially.
With some cheese, maybe. Cooked by lightning. That's a Ratatouille reference for you.
Saffron.
Well,
He also had a mushroom, and then the mushroom got cooked by lightning, and it needed saffron.
But I believe it was
Saffron
saffron
would
and
make
rosemary.
this.
I think it had fresh rosemary.
No. I'm a Ratatouille aficionado.
My bad.
We call ourselves the Rat Freaks.
I don't think that, man. That you gotta clip that one.
The Rat
We
Freaks.
call ourselves the Rat Freaks.
A lot of good audio coming out of this one.
That's a good one.
Number 3, cilantro. I'll put it
Yeah.
right up there with you.
Yeah.
And yeah, shout out parsley. Didn't make my list, but it's listen.
You can grow butterflies on it. It's so
it's
cool.
cilantro's fine cousin.
Yeah.
A good mix in it when you need it. Number 2, basil.
Ooh, I forgot about basil.
Love a good basil.
Basil's great.
And number 1, oregano. Come on, has a special place in my heart. Pisses off all my roommates. This tells a funny story about oregano. One time I used to zhuzh up, like I'd get like pasta and get like canned sauce or like make like boxed mac and cheese.
I remember, dude.
I would zhuzh it up with like just
Always oregano, though.
yeah, always a little bit of oregano and then like sometimes some chili powder, sometimes a little
Man.
Italian seasoning, sometimes some
Okay, I'm
basil's in there.
replacing mustard with oregano because of you. I also do that to my mac and cheese.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking awesome to do. But one time I went to go make pasta, and I made pasta white sauce with buffalo chicken. I was just going to zhuzh it up just a bit, and the lid fell off the rosemary, and an ass load of rosemary, off the oregano, and an ass load of oregano fell into the pasta, and I tried to scoop out as much of it as I could, and I did my best, and then I just mixed in the rest, and it was
Oregano.
as crazy as it sounds, spicy with oregano. It was like
It was
it like burned your nose and
I do
eyes
remember that.
with how much oregano.
Because I remember you served it because you had made extra and you're like, hey guys, you want some? And we had some and you're like, and I was the last one to eat it. And you guys like, how do you think? I was like, it's okay. And they're like, yeah, we're not eating ours. There's way too much oregano. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was one of those where as a college kid, you're a lot kind of also like a child, where you always kind of want McDonald's for dinner, but you should cook your own dinner. So then
Yeah.
I cooked that dinner, and then I fucking ruined it with oregano, and I was like, cool, McDonald's. McDonald's for breakfast. So that's what I had. So, oregano number 1, but unfortunately, yeah, keep me away from the oregano still.
We'll
sorry.
make sure you have a safety.
Let me go through my whole list. Sorry. Honorable mention: chili powder. Number 5, thyme. Number 4, rosemary. Number 3, cilantro. Number 2, basil. Number 1, oregano. By the way, I'm growing basil, rosemary, thyme, parsley, and a strawberry plant outside right now.
You're trying to grow strawberries?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to grow strawberries before?
Yeah, I know you always end up with just kind of ass strawberries.
They're
good, but
That strawberries are almost as whiny as tomatoes.
What do you mean?
They're whiny. Like, well, he just gave up a hit to the same spot twice in a row.
Yeah, 2 doubles back to back.
To the same spot.
Right after we were really talking about Michael Wacha.
Yeah, well, whatever.
Yep. He can still stay in there. They're up 7-1. You might as well just let him keep pitching. He's at 83 pitches.
All White Sox fans having PTSD hearing that.
Yeah. What were you saying?
7-1.
Whiny. Strawberries are whiny.
You gotta take care of them. You gotta make sure you water them.
I'll be watering them.
Okay.
But,
But
yeah.
if you do get strawberries out of it,
I'm also growing dill. My
Ooh.
dill plant is going. If you need any dill, do not buy any dill.
no, dill's go. Okay, I won't buy any dill. Dill is like easy as shit and grows really fast.
Yes, it's a weed. I mean, it's dill weed, right? It's a
Yeah.
weed. So it fucking is. It went insane immediately.
That's what it. Yeah. That's what
My
it does.
rosemary plant was not doing as good, but it's doing better. We moved them more in all these plants more into the sun. My parsley plant is doing awesome.
You're gonna. Oh, sweet.
I got fresh parsley. If you
Get
want
ready
some
for some
parsley.
caterpillars.
Oh yeah, on
Yeah.
the parsley.
Yeah. Seriously.
Interesting.
So if you let it grow enough, a swallowtail will find it and
Oh,
plant
cool.
you a little. You can have a little caterpillar.
We also planted some wildflowers in a little pot out there.
Hmm.
So it was the hummingbird butterfly mix.
Oh,
So maybe we'll end
see
up
there you
some
go. See,
hummingbirds
you
and
got some
butterflies.
swallowtails probably. You'll probably get a couple.
The issue is
caterpillars.
it's in like our backyard area, and there's not like we have like a shared backyard area thing.
There's not like a lane.
There's
for
not
the
a ton
butterfly.
of trees,
Yeah.
so it's kind of weird.
It'll be fine. You don't need
But
trees.
there were geese swimming in the
Pool.
pool the other day, so that's good.
How many? Like 2 or like?
Two, yeah, just a pair of geese.
Dude, I'm pretty sure. Here, we can wait. We can go to pop culture minute on this
Some
one.
gooses.
Yeah, we can go to pop culture minute here.
Oh, is this what your pop culture
Yeah.
minute's gonna be?
Well, I have 2 actually.
yeah. I was
so
gonna- I was gonna allow
one,
you- I, was
I
gonna allow you a little
think
time
the
to talk about
goose, the geese family, who live on the top of my street
Tottenham. Mhm.
near that microcom building or whatever the fuck the building is.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure the husband or wife died because there's only one goose that hangs around there now,
Damn.
and that is sad. But on a happy note, speaking of different kinds of birds, Tottenham are going to the Europa League final.
What is a spur? A chicken?
Chicken, Hotspur,
Come on, you cocks.
cock in a bowl,
Talking a bull.
Tottenham Hotspur.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to the fucking final. We're going to play against United. It's 16th versus 17th in the Premier League for a European trophy. I think we can win. We can break the curse.
I was gonna ask
Harry Kane won a trophy already, breaking the Harry Kane curse, which I think breaks the Tottenham curse as well.
Did you I sent you a message. I can't remember if you took the rage bait or not. I tried to rage bait you, and I can't remember if you took it or not.
We'll see. I don't think so.
Let me see if I.
I might have
think
reacted with
sent
the
it-
open mouth emoji.
That sounds right. I think I might have sent it to you on. You know what? I might have texted you. Because I think it was. I told him I wish.
No. I hadn't seen it yet. You saw it. You said, bring Harry Kane back so we can get another second place.
Yeah. When
But
did
he-
I send that to you?
But
What did I send that to you on?
Friday on Instagram.
On Instagram. Yeah. Weirdest one. Yeah. I was like, bring Harry Kane back so he can win another second place trophy with Tottenham.
That's crazy. He's only gotten 2 second places. Okay.
Oh, you thought there'd be more, but I guess you guys were just
Champions League and the
never,
league.
You guys just never get that close to winning the trophy.
I suppose.
Yeah.
But we're pretty close now. I can feel it. I can feel Sonny going. I can see it, dude. I can see it. I can visualize it.
You're visualizing. What
one
day
of
is
the,
it on?
One of the Wednesday. I'm taking
like
a half
2
day.
days?
Yeah, I'm taking it. No, not this Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Oh.
I'm taking a half day next Wednesday so I can watch it.
Really?
Yep.
That's funny. Just to have them break your heart, and
Nope.
then we can go and watch the
Not this-
Missouri Mavs.
Not this time. They're
Yeah,
not gonna break
Kansas
my
City
heart this
Mavs.
time. A podcaster that I listen to for On Last Word on Spurs, Lee McQueen, says you have to manifest it. And this guy, Truman, bought tickets to the final on January 30th. He bought tickets to the final. So he's been believing this whole time. He's been correct. So,
Don't stop believing.
but if we win this one, if we win the Europa League, we get into the Champions League. But also winning the Europa League puts us in a competition for another tournament, for another one game off, for another trophy. Because the winner of the Europa League plays the winner of the Champions League.
What's that
For the
trophy called?
UEFA Super Cup. Well, we can win 2 trophies
That
in
would
one
be
year.
hilarious to get 16th, but win
2 trophies.
the Europa League and the Super Cup.
Well, we're actually in 17th.
That's right. Because you should get
See,
relegated.
it's paradoxical.
I've been
Tottenham,
saying.
Tottenham could have their worst season ever in a long time and win 2 trophies.
You know what, Owen? I think as a really big soccer fan that really pays attention, I think it's only fair that we instead relegate one more team from the Premier League, and then add in the winner of whoever won below the Champions League
The Europa
or the
League.
Champion League. the championship.
You're thinking of the championship, Division
Yeah.
2.
Yeah, whoever won Division 3 that year should get to go up. That way we can have Wrexham. Which I know is that's why I just wanted to know because I know
You're triggering
I know
every
enough
single all the Brits that listen
that
to
rage bait that rage bait worked. Yeah, I know that
Wrexham,
one got you
fucking Wrexham, whatever, bro.
because it's the fucking it's because it's
The
fucking
No History
Ryan
Club.
Reynolds' team.
The No History Club, whatever, bro. Even Tottenham's got more history. Well,
now they
Tottenham's
have
actually
more
got a lot of history.
I mean, you know, they've won like 2 or 3 trophies like in a row.
It's not-
shout out Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney.
You know, whatever, bro. Tottenham doesn't need that kind of history. We have real history. First team to do the double. First English team to ever win a European trophy.
What?
First English team to ever win a European trophy. Tottenham Hotspur.
Like what European trophy?
Yeah, we won the Europa League a long time ago.
Oh,
But we're the first English team to ever win a European trophy.
damn. So Britain's just kind of ass then, huh? That's
Not,
soccer?
not anymore, dude.
Yeah, you're right. I think since I've been alive, they've been pretty
England's
good.
been farming.
That's why I'm like. That's why I was like.
I
what?
mean, with Man City being insane and Liverpool being really good. Low at Arsenal. Second place again. Good luck. Oh, so close, guys.
You know, it's funny. John Schreiber started off being terrible. Only has a 1.65 ERA now. Also, Steven Cruz. I have something there.
Steven Cruz, Carlos Estevez, Lucas
Dude.
Urseg.
Steven Cruz into Urseg into Estevez. Is that your HDH?
C.
Your 789?
C. CE.
Maybe.
We just need a guy named Bruce so it could be B. We can start thinking B.
CEC? CEC is kind of fun. The Keck? The Sec?
Well, no, it's Estevez Urseg, which is an E.
No, it's Cruz, Urseg, Estevez. Oh, it is CEE. Sorry.
So we need it.
It's Carlos Estevez.
We need his name to be Bruce so it can be B. I've had enough of this nonsense.
Say a B line. Come on. Say a B movie. I'm going to make
Yellow,
you
black,
do it.
yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, black, and yellow.
Let's mix it up a little bit. All right. Now I have had enough of this nonsense. Make sure to like,
dairy-free artificial sweeteners made by me.
make sure to like, comment,
I know it has an aftertaste. I like it.
comment. What were we commenting?
Uh,
What you think the Chiefs' best draft class?
Also, comment your favorite B movie quote.
Comment your favorite herb. Also,
Irby fully loaded on top, bro.
make sure you like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Make sure you're liking, following, and
Rating.
commenting on and rating. Yes, the podcast on Spotify.
Appreciate it. We have a perfect record so far. We appreciate that.
Somebody's gonna give us a 0 stars. No,
That's not.
you said that.
That would not be cool. That would be actually really cringe.
That would be cringe. It hurts our livelihood. It's not our livelihood.
What if it would be cool to start making money off this though?
Yeah, it would be nice. We appreciate you for being here. Patreon.com/OpenDisaster. Speaking of making money by it, shout out Joe, Skylar, Dylan, Aaron, Ozzy, Mailbox Kansas City now open in the United District.
You could be on this list for as low as $1 a day. You could help Truman and I buy a beer. every
No,
once in a while.
$1 a month.
It's $1. Well, you could do $1 a day if you wanted to.
I don't even think you can.
$1 a
Most
month.
you can do is $5 a month.
See, there you go. For just pennies a day.
If you gave us $1 a day, I would text you every morning and be like, "Here's a thought I had last night." We're gonna create the $30 tier. The $30 tier is I'll send you a text every morning telling you.
No, that's how much we appreciate our patrons. But thank you all for being here.
I should start playing the outro music, huh?
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, I've only been doing this show for 5 years now.
Go Royals as we watch this.
Twitter.com/Owen Gosh Dama. Twitter.com/Steam Machine. YouTube.com/@OD Dom That's True or Dom That's True OD
Down
for
my
YouTube.
show,
Spotify if you don't want to have to see our face and just want to listen to us. YouTube if you want to see our face.
Oh,
while listening to us.
my RuneScape nerd bingo team got 5th out of 31. It's a good showing.
Very good.
It's a good showing.
You guys get like bitches for that, or?
I think so.
Oh, now we're talking. We'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, we're in the money. So.
Bitches.
Busting.